$52,227.59. This is exactly how much money customers called back from my business using credit card chargebacks. I get email after email after email from the bank, 300 here, 1500 there. If you run a moving company or any type of home service business where you take credit cards, this is what you would be dealing with. A chargeback is when the customer tells their bank to take away money back from your bank account. Today I'm going to show you exactly why this happens and when your business grows and the exact steps you can take to avoid this situation. Now, if you work completely by yourself, meaning you answer your phones, you drive the truck, you do all the work alone, you probably won't get any chargebacks. But when you start hiring workers and getting a lot of customers, it gets harder. You start receiving some unhappy customers and chargeback. Here are two main reasons why this chargeback happened in my company, which is home service moving company. Reason number one, people forget how much stuff they have. So in our industry, most people only move once every 5 or 6 years on average. They call us and say, hey, I don't have a lot of stuff. But when the movers show up, it turns they have a massive amount of stuff, boxes and services needs to be done, and short job turns into a very large job. So when the people get a final bill, they panic because it costs more than they expected. So then they call their bank and say, I don't recognize the charge, or I didn't do this charge, and bank takes the money back from your account to the person's account. So reason number two, service is more expensive than competitors in the end. Even though the price of the service looks similar when they order the service, it might be a lot more expensive on the back end just because of the additional charges. The clients would not see enough value in the service that you provide, and it turns out to be more expensive. How do you protect your money? You have to build a proof before the bank even gets involved. Here's your checklist. So first of all, you want to prevent chargebacks from happening. This is not something to be proud of or not something to brag about. Obviously, chargebacks, that means that you have unhappy customers, and the more unhappy customers your business have, the more problem you're going to have. So in perfect world, you would not want to have any chargebacks at all. How do you protect in case you get one? Number one, you write down every single charge clearly. Basically, when you explain the client, when you sign official documents with client, you want to write down every charge, say this for, let's say if you charge per hour, there's going to be this charge. If you charge per job, there's going to be this much. And if the client need to change anything, you want to make sure they sign the change order paperwork and that line by line items are in the change order paperwork. So number two, follow the Visa rule book. Visa has a huge rule book with over 826 pages of rules on how to take credit cards. You should go and check it out for sure. But if you didn't know where to find it, here's the quick runout of this. So the rules depends on what kind of business you run in the home services, and before you even start the job, the customer must sign an estimate, specific papers that says, yes, you have permission to charge my card, and this is estimated services that's going to be provided. When the job is completely done, they might have to sign generally some other paper that says, yes, the job is completed and I'm satisfied with the job. So you need both signatures as well as you have a credit card authorization form. Number three, check IDs and use technology. So if the job costs more than $1,000, your worker must look at the customer's ID. Oftentimes they might be uncomfortable because your worker's gonna show up and just ask client for the ID, but it's very important to do that type of checkup, because oftentimes when the client using someone else's ID, they can cancel the transaction and you cannot do nothing about it. So here's the right way to do it. You teach the employee to put their ID card. This is how we teach them. Put their ID card in front of the card and cover with ID the first 12 digits of the credit card, and then make sure that the name on the credit card matches the name on the ID. You could take a picture on it and post it in a portal where we hold all the pictures. In this case, if the client call the bank and says, I never used this charge, someone else has used my card and did this charge, could you charge back this? Now your bank, you can send the bank the proof that you actually check the ID from this client and this card holder is the same person as the person who ordered the services. On top of the IDs, you can check the GPS data to prove what time your workers arrive to the house, take a photo from the house on completed work, all the materials, and if the customer try to cancel the deposit, you can show the bank signatures, the ID photos, and GPS records, and usually there would be enough for the bank to make a decision if they want to award this chargeback to you or to the customer. Customers charging over $52,000 from 77 people is a very expensive lesson for me. But when you grow a service-based business, you learn from your mistakes. Usually the rules are simple. The more customers you have, the more jobs you have, the more serious you need to be about, A, explaining charges to all the people, make sure they understand it, and B, signing all the proper documents as estimate, contract, and make sure that's the right people and you have all the proof necessary to send it to the bank before you finish the job. To help you, please click the subscribe button, leave a comment down below about your business, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.